Deconstructed lattes, they're so wasteful, you're so stupid, why are you paying to make your own coffee? I think the deconstructed latte is the smartest thing that has hit the market.
Matcha? Oof.
That matcha. That was really stupid.
I want to try. Ready? Wow.
Wow.
Okay, want some milk? Only a little bit for you.
Worth it or overrated?
Congratulations, everybody. We have finally figured out who Boo Boo the Fool actually is. It is the people buying deconstructed matchas. Yes, we've reached a point that we are paying other people so we can do their job. So check this out. So they hand somebody the ice, the milk, the matcha, and the cup. And there are willing participants making the drink that they paid for, by the way, and it's being marketed as luxury. When I first heard this, I said, this is the dumbest thing I've seen all this year. But when I stopped to really think about it, this might actually be one of the biggest marketing finesses I've seen in a very long time. Because this really isn't about the matchas or the coffees. It's about what companies have noticed about consumers, how social media is changing how people spend money, and how far people are willing to take it to pay for a quote-unquote experience. And once you see it, there's no going back. Okay, this says, construct my deconstructed birthday cake latte with me. I don't know if we're ready. Okay, the finger tapping already annoying. There's the drink with the ice and another cup of something. And 4 more cups? 2 more cups? Sprinkles. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Girl, get to it. You and your eye patch. Lord have mercy. Okay, so she's pouring some milk in the ice, and now she's opening this other cup. This is the actual coffee. Now she's putting it in this other cup, and now there's another cup with some sort of cream that she's putting on top, and then she's gonna lick it from the rim. Okay, ma'am, you're doing a lot. Just now she got the sprinkles, and she's putting the sprinkles on top, and she feel like she did something. She was clapping. She feeling like a barista. If y'all want to be baristas, y'all go work at Starbucks, but I digress. Then you the not girl, get this together. Straw stuff all on the table. I guess that means it's good. Now, she's saying she did this for all of the deconstructed latte haters. The comments say, performative eye patches, sweater paws, obnoxious facial expressions, silent screaming, I'm so clumsy, hee hee. Allegedly, this is the checklist for the deconstructed matcha videos. I can't confirm nor deny, but I will be looking with my magnifying glass to see if this checks out. So far, we are not off to a great start. Another comment saying, using 4 cups for 1 drink is so gross. I'd like to know what y'all think about this down below. This comment here says,
are you like literally shaking? Like, is it so good? Are you obsessed?
And she replies, yes, Sadie, I am. Some of y'all are in too deep. And another comment saying, overconsumption core. And they might be obsessed. And I don't want the matcha mafia coming for me. But the question is, why would somebody buy a deconstructed coffee or a matcha when they could just pay somebody to make it for them? And on my quest to get clarification for this chaos, I came across Carla Cafe LA. Allegedly, this may be where this whole deconstructed coffee idea originated from. And this post says, addressing the allegations and maybe a new treat.
We're gonna address the controversy head on about our deconstructed matcha. We obviously see the comments about it's wasteful and blah, 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 blah. Okay, we get it. We don't give this to just anybody. The way that this started was when we opened up our 3rd Street location. We got on Postmates, and we ourselves would order ourselves on Postmates. And we would order drinks and they would come watery. The integrity wasn't as good as the way we wanted it, as when you get it in person. And when you order something on delivery, it's significantly more expensive than when you get it in person because of all the delivery fees, everything. There's a lot of water in this, hold on. For us, we're like, okay, what's a way that people can get our product delivered and it still holds up as if they were to get it in person? So Avi came up with getting it deconstructed. And so with that, you get a cup of ice so it doesn't water down the drink. And then of course, step 1, you drink the little sip of water so that way your drink's not watery. You have the matcha on the side. here of the cream top. Integrity of the drink stays as if you were to get it in person. If somebody comes in person and wants a deconstructed matcha, that's just not something we offer. When you're spending this money and getting something delivered, whether you're in a hurry or you're hungover, you want it to be as good as if you were there. This is the happy medium. Let's assemble the matcha. I do mine with whole milk. I'm a whole milk girly. Of course, cream top with the cinnamon. Ick today. Oof. I will lick it as if it's a pup cup.
After hearing her explanation, I can see where she's coming from. A lot of y'all might disagree with this next statement I'm about to make, but I think it was good for business for her to try to preserve the integrity of the drink. For to-go orders specifically, I can understand the ice is melting in the drink because so many times I've got a watered down drink, didn't ask for that. Does that change the experience over time with the melting? Yeah, it does. But the interesting thing about this is once social media caught wind of this new concept involving matcha, deconstructed, I believe for the consumers, this is about participating in the trend, is participating in this experience. Being that the business is saying they only do this for to-go orders to preserve the integrity, I think they are likely seeing an influx, specifically deconstructed matcha orders or deconstructed coffees, because people want to participate in the experience of the deconstructed matcha. And to be fair to this lady, that doesn't sound like that was her intent. But with that, there is a lot of waste we're seeing here. Additionally, they're probably paying more than if they just went in the cafe and bought it themselves. She's even saying because it's a to-go order or even a delivery order, you're gonna pay more. And guess what? They're okay with it because they want to show social media them assembling these deconstructed matchas. And this is exactly what social media does time after time again. It takes something that is practical and makes it a cultural phenomenon. We've seen it with the Stanley Cups. The function of the cup is to drink from the cup. But what did people do? They started collecting the cup, or the squishy toys that people were obsessed with. The function of it is very useful for a lot of people, especially people who may need some sort of stimulant or to help them with stress and anxiety. But what did social media do? Social media took something that was practical and made it a trend that people would line up for at 4 a.m. Same can be said here, in my opinion, with these deconstructed matchas. At some point, the consumers must take accountability. We can't blame the business owners for how far the consumers take some of this stuff. At this point, she may not even need marketing because social media is so obsessed with experiencing the deconstructed matcha. They're giving her and other companies who may not have even had the same intention of her originally free promo. I feel this was innocent on her half. But what I believe happens next is other businesses would look at something like this and say, wait a minute. People are willing to pay more to have all of the elements of a coffee or a matcha sold separately, and they'll pay more for it happily so they can have an aesthetic moment for social media, for their page, for their followers. So the next people seeing this, they may not just do it for to-go orders. They'll say, oh, you can come in and get it this way. Why? Because there's demand. And where there's demand, there's an opportunity for a supplier. The question is, are you selling or are you buying? Which one? Now, someone here says, what about addressing the environmental impact? Another saying, how about not offering delivery service because delivery or not, it's wasteful. Now, I will say, these are some great points that people are pointing out, and I am curious to know how they feel about that. Another comment says this.
Oh my gosh. You guys, my drink came a little watery because I ordered them off the app on my phone and I had to have it delivered, but I can't have the drink watery, so now I must do the most wasteful thing ever. Oh my gosh.
Someone here said they heard the vocal fry while reading that. I need to do it again. Maybe I'll do it better next time. All you really gotta do is say every statement like it's a question. That's how they be doing it. Like, tell me I'm lying. Now, I want to get into another one. What is interesting about this one is this lady is in the car, okay? Just keep that in mind, that Carla's Cafe said they typically do this for people who need the coffees to go, maybe being delivered. but she's in the car.
I think that I'd actually have to be making my own matcha here at 9:20 in the morning, so let's do that.
Now, first off, she said, I didn't think I was going to be here having to make my matcha in the car at 9 something in the morning. Ma'am, didn't nobody tell you to do that? Now, y'all are acting like the SpongeBob meme where he had the shackles on his arm and his arms were real little bitty. That's y'all. Like 9 o'clock in the morning, I had to be in my car to get a deconstructed matcha. I don't got enough space. I got 4 cups, a bunch of chaos, and I'm chasing aesthetics. But we gotta do this. We gotta see it through. You know, for the followers, for social media. They need this. That's y'all. That is y'all. But let's see what you had to do at 9 in the morning, ma'am.
Do that? Guess I'll pour the matcha in first. So crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. This was a choice.
Wonderful. This is like cold cream foam.
Now, this is unnecessary.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Oh my gosh, that is so good. What's happening? I'm scaring myself.
What? That'd be so.
I'm not having fun. Oh no, I don't like this. Wow, that cold cream foam is insane. I'm pouring more on. Tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's fantastic. Oh my goodness. It took me so long, but it's so good. It's so yummy.
Pay attention to this part right here. She starts driving while holding the phone, by the way, dangerous. Don't do that. While sipping the matcha and telling us that this was a lot. This is the side of social media that really irks my nerves because she's pulling up in the Tesla or whatever she's driving, likely outside of the restaurant doing this. Why? When we think about the why, that's the part that bothers me. Would her ice have melted? I doubt it, because she likely picked up the order. Can't confirm nor deny. But do I have my suspicions? Yes. This comment here says, hi, I own Carla's. Okay, so this is the owner, allegedly, of Carla's Cafe, the one who started all this on social media. And she is saying to this lady, we don't do Deconstructed in person unless you specifically ask for it and are planning on drinking it later. So all the elements stay fresh and not watered down. People usually only order it deconstructed when they get it for delivery. And she says, I fear I'm stupid. It was so good. Her words, not mine. And this is what I'm gonna keep reading the thread. It says, girl, what? So you just like intentionally misled us and you're trying to label it as an IQ thing? We knew this already. I don't believe her saying, I fear I'm stupid is the appropriate answer. I feel that she knew she could have just probably walked in there and got it constructed. I think she wanted it deconstructed. That's what I think. Because it's a coffee shop, y'all. I don't think that a grown adult walked in that specific coffee shop who was offering what they were offering and intentionally got the drink deconstructed and went out and did all this in the car because they needed it deconstructed. I think it was for the aesthetic and the experience. And now she's saying, I fear I'm stupid. It was so good though. Because just think about it. What grown adult would walk in a coffee shop and expect that the coffee shop wouldn't just give them their coffee made? Would the first thing to come out their mouth or to order be something that is deconstructed or something that is assumingly made to drink, made to eat? Because when I walk in a coffee shop, I don't think this is Build-A-Bear. I don't think this is K-Pot, and K-Pot is a scam too, and we gonna get on them another time. But this is not necessarily the same situation. This was a choice, in my humble opinion. Ma'am, they're calling you a car barista. I feel that's what y'all wanna be. And that, look, she said, I need a tip. The tip is go in the coffee shop and just get the coffee if you're gonna go in the car and make the coffee anyway. Now, the people who are doing that are wasteful, in my opinion. And I'm just not understanding. And this comment says, LOL, I would have lost it when they handed it to me. I think it's for your midday pick-me-up drink. You store it in the fridge until you're ready. I don't know what other purpose there would be to deconstruct it. And she replies with, as one with normal brains would think, issue is, I just wasn't thinking. That I don't believe that personally. I don't. But y'all tell me, do y'all believe that? I'm not Boo Boo the Fool. I told y'all we done found him, but it ain't me. Now this next video says, a deconstructed matcha you can make in your car or at home.
Make a matcha in my car with me. I saw a girl yesterday doing this and I immediately was like, I have to go there today. This is from Carla Cafe and basically it's a deconstructed matcha. So they give you the ice, the matcha, and then the cream top, and then you can make it. I'm pretty sure it's for people who order a delivery, but I just wanted to try it.
See, You see, this is what I meant. This is where I say, this is wasteful. This is extreme. This is just chasing the experience and doing the absolute most because people on TikTok are doing it. Y'all are about to get on here and gaslight us, the people with pattern recognition, to see y'all doing this online and just think, oh no, they all just needed it to go. It made sense. They didn't want their stuff watered down. Y'all are in the car. You're in the car. The car. Not your house, the car. And then y'all are getting on here talking about, I just wanted to do it. Why? Do y'all ever notice how the bar continuously gets raised on social media? Because at one point, it was enough to go to a coffee shop and just see the baristas making the drink, to have the ambiance, the vibes, if you will, because that's what a lot of the influencers were calling it. They're there for the vibes. They're like, oh, it's a good vibe. It's a good spot if you just want somewhere to chill for a nice coffee. Okay, cool. And then, you know, the presentation needs to be there. I can understand that because this is something going in your mouth. And you don't want to put it in your mouth if it don't look right. You know, you need it to look right. Y'all focus, okay? Then, at one point, y'all wanted the baristas to do all these performances for y'all. Y'all started going to places like Starbucks or the coffee shops with pumpkins and stuff, telling them to put the coffee in your pumpkin. This is real stuff that we have reacted to on this channel. So I'm only talking what I have seen. The goalposts being moved time after time after time again. You know, and then you wanted to see the transition of the colors while the art was being formed with the matcha, with the coffee. Okay, cool. But now the drink has become the activity. There are people in their cars sitting in heat waves to show us a deconstructed coffee or deconstructed matcha. This is where we are, likely outside of the cafe. Yes, and I want to stress the owner's original intent was utility. The internet's intent is virality. That's the only thing that makes sense. And then we end up seeing zombie behavior that to many of us comes off as very thoughtless.
I'm pretty sure it's for people who order a delivery, but I just wanted to try it. Obviously, why not? So we're gonna start with the cup, and I hope I don't spill. So here's the matcha, but this is the cream top.
Wait, what?
Ice. Here's the matcha.
Girl.
Iced. We're gonna do our best.
Wait,
So
now
the
don't
cup
tell me
and
you
the
putting this together in your car.
Iced.
Did your dog's nose, you got a little scruffy down here, and I'm all for a scruffy, but ma'am, did your dog's nose touch this? Look.
Ice. Looking green. Matcha's going in.
Y'all are so performative. It's annoying.
Matcha's in. Literally gorgeous. And now for the top, which I've been seeing on TikTok, and I'm like, this is what I want to try. Ready? Wow.
Wow.
Okay, it's gonna like overflow.
Wow. Wow.
Wait.
Wow. We've never seen this. Wow. She said, because this is the part she's seen on TikTok. TikTok got y'all in a chokehold.
That's really good. The cream is insane. It has like cinnamon. It's a lot of cream.
Why is y'all licking from, do y'all understand? That's unnecessary. Y'all don't gotta be doing all, why is everybody doing the same thing in these videos? Y'all all pouring the thing, licking from the other cup. Now you double cupped up. This is just quite annoying because she didn't even need to do this. She's admitting it. Then again, people do stuff they don't need to do all the time.
I thought people were being dramatic. Let's give Olive a little. You want some milk? Only a little bit for you.
Ah! Dog. The dog. Why can dogs drink? Can they eat this? Now y'all taking it too far. You got the Saint Bernard. He looked like his name Benjamin licking from the cup, and you bet not drink out that cup again. Now when he go number 2 in your house, I don't want to hear it because why? I'm going on strike.
Okay, that's it. All right, wow, that's fun.
Girl, you just fed your dog.
In West Hollywood, just order it to go. And, like, I feel like matcha to go sucks, but this is smart.
She says she feel like matcha to go just sucks, but this is smart. Do you know another thing that you can do if you're gonna drive up to the coffee cafe anyway, and they have seats? You could literally just sit and drink your coffee. Isn't that what people used to do? They used to go in there with Kindles and books and all sorts of stuff and just drink their coffee. You could even just be on your phone if you wanted. You could actually also just order it and drink it as you're leaving. Y'all are acting like the 1 minute window of you walking out with your coffee to your car is just gonna melt all the ice, and it's unacceptable. That is for the people who have the to-go orders. That makes sense. Cause sometimes the delivery drivers have to drive about 20 minutes to get to your location, and then it's watered down and you have the water drippings on the edge. I know because I used to do food delivery. Ma'am, you're outside the spot. Drink the coffee and get like, y'all just be doing a lot. This is very LA, and it's annoying. I don't know what it is, but like some people in LA, not all of y'all, but some of y'all, in LA take stuff too far? And then it don't even make sense. And it's giving the birds is chirping. I don't understand. Wait.
Like, I feel like matcha to go sucks, but this is smart.
Girl. Why you
Right.
give...
Yum and fun and recommend.
That's nasty. Then she gave it to the dog.
Right. Yum and fun and recommend.
You know what I don't recommend? I don't recommend this right here. The dog is confused, like, why do you keep putting the drink in my face? Do you want me to lick it? And then you drinking after it, you just gave him some of the other cup, and then you touch that cup after letting your dog lick the rim. He done licked it clean. You would have been better off letting them people in there who get rated by the health department make your drink than you going in the car doing this nasty stuff. And I got nothing but love for the dogs. But some of y'all just do unsanitary stuff, and we just supposed to get with it? And you're just, yum, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so good. No, it's so nasty. It's so nasty. That's what it is. Ooh. And did anybody else in the comments point out the fact that her dog was licking from the rim? No, not a soul. Everybody is just like, it's so good, the matcha. No, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the dog licking the cup clean. Address that. Address that. Like, everybody, made for you, need to try. So none of y'all thought that was a little, all right, that's where we are. That's where we are as a society. Some of y'all ain't good friends, because these your people. Now this lady is constructing her deconstructed latte at either her home or a hotel. Now, she says here, they forgot the cup of ice. Now, I think that's interesting that people are paying more for these deconstructed matchas than they even may on some regular delivered matchas from other cafes, and they allegedly forgot the cup of ice. Now that's crazy. And y'all, I had to pull out my magnifying glass to do a little bit of research because now I'm curious. Okay, so if you do forget the ice for deconstructed matcha, could be an honest mistake, but how much does a deconstructed matcha cost? Now, I went ahead to Uber Eats, and a lot of people in these review videos have been talking about the banana cream matcha. So I went ahead and selected this one. It says, iced matcha latte with a house-made banana cream top. Order deconstructed for best delivery. Interestingly enough, this is the #1 ordered thing by over 400 plus people. That is crazy. They like it with a little almond milk. So let's just say we got it with almond milk. We're not even gonna do no extras. But it says here in the fine print, deconstructed. It comes with cream top, ice, and matcha all separate for an additional $2. An additional $2. You're gonna pay more to have it deconstructed, but that lady was missing her ice, allegedly. That's interesting. Making the drink total $13. This isn't with me adding in anything extra. Now, keep in mind, you still have to pay delivery fees and things of that sort. And I want to know, do y'all think that's too much for an actual matcha to be deconstructed? $13 minus delivery charges, which might bring the total somewhere probably around like 20 bucks. Just for you to get it, you know? And that's if you pay $7 for delivery. You might need to pay more. She's going to get her own ice, it looks like, to finish her deconstructed matcha because allegedly they didn't give her no ice. I'm gonna need all of the ingredients on time if I'm gonna deconstruct the matcha for extra money, but that's just me. But she looks happy. She got her aesthetic video, her matcha, and all is well. And I got a question, y'all. Do y'all think that if there was no TikTok or no social media, that we would still have people doing these actions? Do you think that this is all just for the camera? And honestly, it's great for business because I'm not sure if the drinks are the final product anymore. I'm starting to think the final product is the content. You know, it's a plus if the food or the drinks are good, but it's really about the trend for a lot of people. And innovation used to mean bettering your products. And I believe that's what she originally was trying to do here with this deconstructed matcha, which we can't fault her for. But for some companies, they don't even have to make better products anymore because we're at the point to where it's like you can just make something that's interesting, something that's different. It maybe doesn't even have to taste the best, but is it different? Is it unique? Is it something that social media would say wow to? And that's what we have here. We got people in their bed rollers, deconstructing matchas with the eye patch on. It's like they got a uniform. They finger tapping on the matcha, and I'm glad I can't hear it because y'all would make me mad. And I'm not even saying that her product isn't good, but it just goes to show you that if you have something that's unique, something that's different that you're bringing to social media, oh, oh my, the possibilities are endless.
Is the deconstructed matcha worth it? You got the everything comes separated and then you build it yourself. My matcha at home is more green than this. Not to be racist, but I don't know why this is so fun. It's kind of the stupidest thing ever, but
Yes.
oh, mira, perfect amount. This is, I don't want to be canceled, but that is not good. And then the foam, it just tastes like milk. My matcha at home is way better, and I use the cheap matcha. It's a lot of foam. A ver. Cremita está rica. It's like a frosting. The cream is delish in the dish, but the matcha just tastes like milk. They did not give me straws. I forgot them in LA. Wait, they got my order wrong. Not only did they make me bleed, and it doesn't taste that good, they also got my order wrong. Is it worth it or overrated?
¿Qué piensas? ¿Mucho guato le hacen algo que no vale la pena?
Yeah.
Okay, no vale la pena.
$12.
So she said in every language, in English and Spanish, that's not every language, but y'all know what I meant, that she didn't feel the matcha was good, her mom didn't feel it was good, and this is the second person that seems like they were missing something out of their deconstructed matcha, or the order was wrong. Now, this is just according to what I'm hearing. What's interesting about this is she did eventually in the video say, yeah, my matcha's better, which I do want to point out. I would like to point that out. The fact that a lot of these people are just getting it ordered to their house for the plot, for the virality, for the trend. And y'all got matcha sitting at home. Some of you say you make better matcha. So I find this very interesting. It goes to show how far we as consumers will take it. And perhaps she just wanted to do an honest review, which I actually appreciate honest reviews. I think people need to do more of them. But there are literally people who set up their camera for the aesthetic. And it's one of the things that I can't stand even looking for food or things to eat, because influencers will go into a restaurant or order from a place and they're always talking about aesthetics. Girl, we don't care. What does the food taste like? What does the drink taste like? Everybody over here is like, oh my gosh, look. It's like, as long as it looks good on camera, some of them aren't honest. And the food is trash. The drinks are trash. It's overpriced for what you're getting. You might be missing stuff. They might even get your order wrong. Meanwhile, all of that can be happening, but as long as you can get an aesthetically pleasing video for TikTok or for the internet, everything else is out the window, and that's annoying. And that's why I appreciate the no BS reviews, even though everybody has a different palate. That's perfectly fine.
Deconstructed lattes, they're so wasteful. You're so stupid. Why are you paying to make your own coffee? You guys don't work in coffee. And it shows, okay? I think the deconstructed latte is the smartest thing that has hit the market. You know why? I work for a coffee shop. I'm a manager.
We could tell. We could tell, but continue.
We have been talking about Uber Eats for the last 6 months. One of the conversations is quality. How are we going to get the product to the customer and still have the same good quality? Because the ice is going to melt, because the drink is going to separate. We're going to get bad ratings because of it. There's so many things that play into it. The company I work for decided not to do smoothies through Uber Eats. Nothing blended, nothing frozen. Same thing for a hot drink. It's like really concerned about this drink is not going to be hot by the time it gets to the customer. But what that coffee shop did that created deconstructed lattes, they made sure that the drink that the customer receives is still good quality. All of a sudden, everybody cares about being wasteful. I think it's bull. When I heard deconstructed latte, I thought people were like going into a store and picking up a deconstructed latte, and I was like, wait, that is kind of stupid. But then I actually found the lady's page who created it. You can't pick up a deconstructed latte in store. You can only get it delivered to you. These people are adding one extra cup. As coffee shops, we drop so many things on the floor and we have to throw them away. Should we close down all the coffee shops because of how wasteful it is and how many cups we're wasting? It's one extra cup. It's one extra cup with ice in it. It's not that big of a deal, babe. You have to stop pretending like you care, because you don't. You don't.
It was like 4 cups, to be fair. It was like 4, and that's if everybody got all their stuff. And I'm not, and there's no shade towards her. I understand things can get lost in the coffee cafe, but do I think that cafes would not be on board for this? Not only because you can rationalize it and say, yeah, this is why we're doing it, but they see what's going on. They see the opportunity here, and y'all like, she's saying, oh, you can only get it for delivery. Did y'all not see them people outside in their car? I don't even know how they got that. Did they go pick it up? Because some of them said they picked it up. I can't confirm nor deny. The point is, we can all see this ain't about just delivering it to a customer. That might have been the intent, but what is going on now is this has escalated into a frenzy. A frenzy that the coffee shops can actually just act like they don't know about and be like, oh, no, we're just trying to make sure it's not watered down. Meanwhile, just because y'all aren't offering deconstructed lattes at a premium price because y'all are not seeing what's going on online. Somebody is. Somebody probably is. I don't care what y'all say. And isn't it funny that we've gone from, oh, people with money saying, oh, we pay for convenience, to now you're paying for inconvenience. You're paying to put together something that you could have just paid somebody else to put together for you for social media. That's where we are. That's the truth of the matter, if we're being honest. But it's still true. This is very helpful for the people it was intended for. Social media ruins everything. It just does. It ruins everything.
You in LA think that you're so lucky because you have that Carlisle cafe or some where you have that deconstructed matcha?
Yeah.
Well, look what I just got in New York. There's this little bitch in Brooklyn who's obsessed with me and she always sends me matcha. She just sent me a deconstructed matcha. I hope you love it. Pour syrup first, then matcha. I'm not a dumb bitch. This cup is so cute. Matcha. It's so green and perfect. Cream swap. I'm feeling pregnant with twins already. This bitch is talented. How do I stop drinking this?
The reason I wanted to show this is, though this originated in LA and is very much LA behavior in my opinion, we are seeing the takeover in real time. Now they're doing it in New York. And to further prove my point of the takeover of the deconstructed matchas, we also have boots on the ground journalism from Detroit.
Struck my deconstructed matcha with me. Y'all in California, I thought you were the only ones to get it. Well, now it's in Detroit. First, the ice cup, a little cup of the matcha, the cold foam. I bought this quite a few hours ago, so we'll see if the cold foam holds up. Oh, this is from Scandinavia Cafe. I'm so excited. Look at the color of that matcha. Oh, that was really stupid. Yeah. Toasted coconut cold foam. I'll get to spoon. She whipped it extra for me because I told her I wasn't gonna be constructing it right when I got home. About 5 hours later. That's so good. Let me scrape the rest of this cup. Now we have a delicious matcha latte. Oh my god. This matcha, is the trend kind of silly? Yeah, obviously, but I have a lot of fun making it and a lot of mess.
What do we see here? We see people pointing out that this is a trend that they seem more than happy to be wasting matcha on their oak tables for. Further proving my point. Though the intent was useful, social media transforms everything into fandomonium and chaos. And what I caught her say in this video is that she picked it up, which to me means perhaps it wasn't just for delivery. Perhaps there are coffee shops that may just be willing to take people's money because they so badly want to participate in the trend of the deconstructed matchas, and likely will pay extra premium prices for it when they could just get it made at the coffee shop, but that's their choice. And one thing I would like you all to take from this video is companies have mastered the art of selling feelings disguised in products. Because how many people are like,
Oh my gosh, I just wanted to participate. I just like the FOMO.
that's the feeling, the dopamine you get once you actually have your hands on this quote unquote viral product that you've been seeing in LA, but now they got it in Detroit, now they got it in New York. Now guess what? You can get your dopamine hit and you too can be included. People love to feel included. That is a feel good feeling and I can understand that. I think we all can. Do you get what I'm saying here? The happiness, the quote unquote joy that some of these people are getting from the matcha lattes. They've never experienced anything like it before. They're even letting their dogs have part of the experience with them because it's life-changing. Do you not see how everything is connected to feelings, dopamine, and FOMO when it comes to a lot of these things online? It's not just about the matcha. It's not about a coffee. It's not about a tea. It's the why. It's the behaviors behind a lot of the things that we keep talking about here on this channel. Who got everybody coffeeed up or gassed up in their cars to go participate in these trends? Could it have been TikTok? Could it have been Instagram influencers? Is that the why? Is it the thoughtless spending that people probably are accustomed to doing whenever there are viral trends? So much so that they may even sit outside in their car with limited space to participate in said trends. We have to start asking the right questions because people have really went from Build-A-Bear to Build-A-Matcha to build a coffee. And I don't really know how to feel about it, but I know I can't be the only one that is perplexed because this is very interesting. So you tell me, what do you think about this whole deconstructed matcha trend that's going on? Do you think that it's over consumerism's final boss? Do you think it's genius? Or do you think it's absolutely absurd? Do you consider this bird brain behavior? There actually is a lot to think about. But I know one thing, we gotta start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.